Hey, you like to watch fucked up movies?
Hey there, I'm Brendan Petersen, the founder of Darkslide Pictures and the director of Paper Wasps. Welcome to Appalling Productions' Top 10 Weird Films Redux. This is a redo of a video I did a while ago called Top 10 Weird Films that split into two parts. And I wanted to redo it and make it better and condense it all into one video instead and make this the first in a series of ongoing things about experimental films. So, this isn't a definitive list, of course, of the best weird films ever made. These are just 10 that I have found that I think are worth your time checking out. So, let's get started.
Coming in at number 10 is Bad Boy Bubby, a 1993 black comedy about a man named Bubby who's been locked in his home for 30 years, tricked by his mother into thinking that the world is filled with poison gases. The adventures that ensue once he realizes it's all a sham amount to some of the most hilarious and thought-provoking cinema I've ever seen. Depressing and darkly hilarious, it doesn't end how you would expect. Check it out. Egg is a 2005 Japanese film about a young woman who sees an egg every time she closes her eyes. Soon the egg hatches, and that's when things get really weird. This movie has a fun quirkiness to it, and the costume of the monster is really cool. If you want something fun and a little different, I suggest it. At number 8 is Death Powder, a 1986 Japanese film that has been described as the cyberpunk Eraserhead. It certainly is weird. It doesn't even try to make sense. Things happen at random, like the film will suddenly turn into a montage of photographs or a cheesy J-rock video. There isn't much like it, and it's worth watching at least once just to say you have. Number 7 is Possession. It's a 1981 film about a young woman who leaves her family for an unspecific reason. The husband wants to find out why. Gradually he finds out more and more strange behavior until he suspects possession. This film is one of the most emotionally intense I've ever seen, and it's not an easy ride to take in. Number 6 is Mulholland Drive. It's a 2001 film, and the best I can figure is that it's about a young woman and her dream to become a Hollywood actress. I think Roger Ebert said it best when he said, "The way you know the movie is over is that it ends. You tell your friend, I saw the weirdest movie last night, just like you tell him you had the weirdest dream." I think that was well put. 5 is Hausu, a 1977 Japanese film about a strange haunted house and a squad of eccentric Japanese schoolgirls that are way too happy about everything. Each has their own quirk, and the most interesting being Kung Fu, known for her expert fighting skills. The movie has an undeniable style with lots of matte paintings and experimental film stuff that's pretty awesome for 1977. 4 is Tetsuo the Iron Man, a Japanese cyberpunk film from 1989. It's about a man churning into metal, a hyperkinetic and surreal experience. It won the Venice Film Festival, but no one involved could afford to go, so a random stranger went up while everyone was chanting, "Tetsuo! Tetsuo!" Number 3 is Kenneth Anger, who's a mainly experimental filmmaker who's been making films since 1937. He's been highly influential to many filmmakers with his odd and flamboyant style, which is very dreamlike and really awesome. Number 2 is What Is It from 2005, and it's part 1 of Crispin Glover's It trilogy. This film has a cast made up entirely of people with Down syndrome, except for Crispin Glover and a man with cerebral palsy. It's extremely weird and has Nazi imagery and the man with cerebral palsy inside of a clam, dressed like that woman in old paintings and with the drape wrapped around her. It's weird. Number 1 is Trash Humpers from 2009, a Harmony Korine film that he describes as a tape you might find in a box that was floating down a dirty river. All I can really say about this film is, make it, don't fake it.
Hey, thanks for watching Appalling Productions' Top 10 Weird Films, and stay tuned for more videos like this on an upcoming series about experimental films that we'll be releasing. If you like experimental film, check out my feature I'm working on called Paper Wasps that I'll link to below. Also, last time people commented with all sorts of different films that I missed out on, like Jodorowsky's Holy Mountain, etc., so forth. So if you think there's a weird film that I haven't mentioned that you think is worth mentioning, please put it in the comments below as well. Okay, well, that's the end of the video, so get out of here. Why are you still here?
Ain't never seen nothing like it. Nothing.